for my fire starters in this building. The Bible declares that the kingdom of God suffering violence, but the violent take it by force. And today I need some takers in this atmosphere that declare I'm not going to move according to the narrative that the enemy wants me to move on. But I showed up this morning, Prophetess Shantay to take back my stuff after everything it is that the Lord has for me. And I need some takers in this atmosphere to begin to take back everything that the enemy tries to steal from you. We're in this atmosphere, declaring that the heavens be open. I said we're in this atmosphere today, declaring that the heavens be open. But what I want to know is what is your response if God opens up heaven? How would you respond if He opens up heaven right now and gave to you everything it is that you need for this season of life? I want you to think about it for a moment. What would it look like if He came into the room and really opened up heaven over your life? What is your response to an open heaven? What is your response to an open heaven? What is your response to an open heaven? Heaven open, 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 heaven open. My strength, my healing, my joy, my peace. Heaven open, heaven open, heaven open, heaven open. My healing, my healing, my healing, my healing, my joy. To hear the sound of my fire starters in the building on this morning. I need to hear the sound of my fire starters in this building on this morning. I need to hear the sound of my fire starters in this building on this morning. I need to hear the sound of some angels. I need to hear the sound of containers in this atmosphere. I need to hear the sound of containers that said, I'm not going to just let the devil do whatever he desires to do. I came this morning with a praise that's going to shake the foundation. I came this morning with a praise need to hear the sound of the takers this morning. Open your mouth and release a sound that's going to get heaven to listen. Open your mouth and release a sound of war. Release your war cry. Release your war cry. Release your war cry. Release your war cry. Fight. 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 We walk. We fight. We win. We walk. We fight. We win. Open your mouth and release a sound that's going to dispatch angels for your situation. Open your mouth and release a sound that's going to cause the winds of heaven to swing through this place. Open your mouth and release a sound. Release a sound. Release a sound. Release a sound. Come on, Rebirth. It's time to go out from this place. Release a sound. Release a sound. Release a sound. I see chains breaking. I see chains breaking. I see chains breaking. I see chains breaking. Be free. Be free. Be free. Be free. Be free. Be free. Free, free. We're in a war. And warriors fight. We war. We fight. We win. Release the sound of victory. Release the sound of victory. We lift you, God. We lift you, God. We lift you, God. We lift you, God. Send the fire. 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 Release the sound of victory. That's it. That's it. Sound the alarm. 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 the front of the army of the children of Israel. After God has delivered them out of bondage from Pharaoh. And the children of Israel are in a strange place because they have the enemy behind them and they've got the sea in front of them. So they're in a position where they really don't know what to do. But there was an evangelist by the name of Miriam, and she grabbed a tambourine and she began to sing songs unto the Lord. A song that was going to lead the people into victory. I'm going to say it again. She began to sing songs of the Lord. A song that was going to lead the people into victory. And she began to talk about the horse and the rider. The horse and the rider. The horse and the rider. And the Bible declares that she began to declare that everything that was after them was going to drown in the sea as God led them through on dry land. And I don't know who I'm talking to in this building this morning, but if you feel like you got the enemy out on your trail and you're looking around and you don't see an exit way, I dare you in your spirit to grab a hold to a song as the Lord leads you out into victory. Oh, I need everybody. Oh, I need everybody. Oh, I need everybody. Oh, oh, oh. me wounded, but I'm still standing. I'm still fighting. 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 I've seen it, Kenisha. I've seen it, Shantay. I've seen the end of it, and you win. You win. I prophesy, Miss Carol, that you win. Miss Wonder, that you win. You win. You win. Even Tanisha, you win, Phil. You win. You win. You win. You win, Kimberly. You win, Mariah. You win. You win, Heidi. You win. I don't care what it looks like. I don't care what the devil's trying to do. What he's trying to make you believe. My Bible tells me that we are more than conquerors through Christ that loved us. We're more than conquerors through Christ that loved us. Because God is the greatest power. We will never be defeated. And because God is the greatest power, we shall never, come on, I need you to declare it over yourself, never be defeated. And because God is the greatest power, we shall never, ever be defeated. Come on, sing it if you know it. And because God is the greatest power, we will never, ever be defeated. And because God is the greatest power, we shall never, ever be defeated. And because God is the greatest power, we shall never, ever be defeated. be defeated. The devil is a liar. God is exalted. We'll never be defeated. We'll never be defeated. Come on and call it. The devil is a liar. God is exalted. Never be defeated. Never be defeated. The devil is a liar. 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 God is exalted. Say 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 God is exalted. Because God is the greatest. Oh, you sound real good. We shall ever be defeated. And because God is the great power, I will never, ever be defeated. Because God is the greatest power, I will never, ever be defeated. Come on, I need you to lift it. Because God is the greatest power, I will never, ever be defeated. Come on, I need you to lift up the sound right now. Lift up the sound right now that you believe. Lift up the sound right now that you know that this too shall pass. Lift up the sound right now. If you know that things may look the way that they look now, but the God that I serve is a undefeated champion. He has never lost a case. He's never lost a battle. And this battle won't be defeated. Come on and lift up your voice in this place. Oh, you can do better than that. You can do better than that. You can do better than that. Lift up the sound in this atmosphere. Lift up the sound like you know you're victorious. Lift up the sound like you know you win. Lift up the sound like the battle is behind you and victory is before you. Lift up the sound in this place. We give you glory. 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 Come on, come on, come on. I need to see the believers in the house. Come on, believers. Where are the believers? That's your sound. That's your sound. I need everybody on their feet right now. If you can stand up, I need you to make some noise in this place. Open your mouth. Begin to give God glory.
yes, your sound. It's not predicated on the keyboard or the organ. It's not predicated on the drums. But I even need the musicians to make some noise. Open your mouth, Brother Cedric. Open your mouth. I'm going to be intentional, Prophet Shantay. I'm going to be intentional to make the devil mad this morning. I'm going to be intentional about making heaven remember my name. I'm going to be intentional about making hell mad. I'm going to be intentional. Your time. Your time. Where the intercessors hit. If I'm up here in war, that means you go into warfare prayers. So I want to see what you're working with. Open your mouth. The flags wave different in warfare. The sound sounds different in warfare. The prayers are different in warfare. Open your mouth. Lift your sound. 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 Lift, 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 lift. Yes, Lord. 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 I'm pulling your vocals right now. I'm pulling on your vocals right now. I'm pulling. I'm pulling. I'm pulling. I'm pulling. I'm pulling. Ah! Ha, 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 ha. Y'all better damn the devil. Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. I see Kim walking around the building this morning. Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. Kim gonna be running around this building. Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. You on holy ground. You on holy ground. You on holy ground. Pastor Heidi, you cannot work today. God know how to fill these holes in this building this morning. If you hit the floor this morning, ain't gonna be no working today. Press in, Mariah. You ain't pressing hard enough. Shoot out, shoot out. Ratata, echo, soya. Santo, Santo, Rakaya. Sendo, Sai. Rakamanda, Basoa. Yes! Yes. Yes. You're a whole warrior. Take your posture. 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 Take it. 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 You gotta learn how to be takers in this atmosphere. Because every hole, every sinkhole, every gap the enemy is going to use it. So you can't give him no inch way. You can't give the enemy no set way into your worship space. Oh. Shoot. 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 All right. Yes. 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 Let me see what I'm really working with. Take me down. Yeah, my mama got an L4, L5 crack dislocated that, nausea on my throat and everything else. And I hear her louder than I hear the ones with no issues. I see her moving more than the ones with no issues. I'm just trying to see what's in the building. relationships. We want to take out our youth and we are too quiet. We are too quiet. I know the enemy ain't getting nobody on my watch. It's special. The enemy ain't getting nobody on my watch. Yes. Keep that same energy. Keep that same energy. We are about to bring up my spiritual daughter, who I have watched go from being completely quiet to angry to rebellion to being submitted to the Lord our Father. God has decided this appointed time to amplify her voice in the earth. So I need everybody on your feet. On your feet. On your feet. On your feet. And begin to give God some glory. Begin to give God some praise. For you and the younger adults under the covering of under the call and the building of the Lord.
Let's lift them, let's lift them. Let's lift them, let's lift them. Let's lift them, let's lift them. For every young adult that knows on Jesus. For every youth that's been on our place. For every mother that has given their kids on another place. For every parent that has walked out in the street. For every daddy that has walked out on their kids. Let's lift them, let's lift them. Let's lift them, let's lift them. Let's lift them, let's lift them. Jesus. Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. Let's lift them, let's lift them. Let's lift them for the big favor. Let's lift them for the city. Let's lift them, let's lift them. Let's lift them, let's lift them. Let's lift them, let's lift them. Jesus. Too many suicides. Too many people jumping off bridges. Too many kids dying at the prom. Let's lift them, let's lift them. Too many. Too many people having cars for this. Too many. Jesus. that place of consecration. You've been trying to get me. You've been trying to take God's place when I know I got to prioritize Him. When God gave me this word, I'm beginning to say, this is an easy word, God. Why are you giving me this to teach? But as He began to break down this stuff and download it in my spirit, I began to realize it's not an easy word. That's Lord God. Because even in the midst of what the enemy wanted to happen, He prevented it. First, I want to give honor to God, who's the head of my life. Thank you, Apostle, for this opportunity. Thank everyone that's here today. Jesus. That's Lord God. Can you guys open your Bible, if you can, and turn to 2 John 1? 2 John 1, 1 through 11. And it reads, it says, this letter is from John the elder. I'm reading out of the NLT. I am writing to the chosen lady and to her children, whom I love in the truth, as does everyone else who knows the truth, because the truth lives in us and will be with us forever. Grace, mercy, and peace, which come from the Father, the God, and from Jesus Christ, the Son of the Father, will continue to be with us who live in truth and love. How happy I was to meet some of your children and find them living according to the truth, just as the Father commanded. I am writing to remind you, dear friends, that we should love one another. This is not a new commandment, but one we have had from the beginning. Love means doing what God has commanded us, and He has commanded us to love one another. Just as you heard from the beginning, I say this because many deceivers have gone out into the world. They deny that Jesus Christ came in a real body. Such a person is a deceiver and an antichrist. Watch out that you do not lose what we have worked so hard to achieve. Be diligent so that you receive your full reward. Anyone who wanders away from this teaching has no relationship with God. But anyone who remains in the teaching of Christ has a relationship with both the Father and the Son. If anyone who comes to your meeting and does not teach the truth about Christ, don't invite that person into your home or give any kind of encouragement. Anyone who encourages such a people become a partner in their evil work. Now, I believe that in this text, John is speaking to, he said the chosen lady, and the children. I believe that the chosen lady is the church. And the children is the sisters and brothers in Christ of the church. Now, how many of us know that when we're chosen, there's nothing we can do besides say yes? Saying yes the first time is going to save us a lot of time, heartache, and pain. When you're chosen by God, He won't let you go. He won't drop you. He'll keep coming after you. No matter how many times we ignore His voice, after all the running, complaining, crying, while we aren't qualified or equipped, we still end up saying yes. Like Joseph said yes when God asked him to forgive his brothers who beat and sold him into slavery. David said yes when God told him not to bow down and worship other idols. We still end up turning back to God to do the assignment. We still end up asking God for His help. We still need Him to push us. So we might as well just submit. Truth and love are inseparable qualities. I know this because Ephesians 4:15 says, instead we will speak the truth in love, growing in every way more and more like Christ, who is the head of his body, the church. Christ-like love is based on accurate knowledge of God. The truth will abide in us forever. So if you're a creation of God, you can't run from the truth because it abides in you. That means it never ends, it never runs out, it never fades. It continues, it remains. It's like a seed that He planted on the inside of us when He created us. So it can never end. Okay? So just like God, the truth is eternal.
And we know the ones that are believers, true believers, because they carry the qualities of his grace and his mercy and his peace. And we know because we live in truth and love, we represent his glory. You can see it on him. It says that John was happy to meet some of the children living according to the truth. So their obedience to the truth of the gospel pleased John. It's not too many people in this world that's going to be pleased if you doing the right thing. Not too many people going to be pleased at the fact that you don't look like society. That you don't look like the next person, that this church don't look like the next church down the street. Like in the book of Daniel, we know that when King Nebuchadnezzar had commanded that when you hear the sound of the musical instruments to bow down and worship his gold statue. But Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, they wasn't listening. So of course some of those scholars, it's always going to be that one hater or that two haters hating on you, hating on you. Now it's always going to be that one person hating on you now. So of course those scholars just went back and told the king that they wasn't listening to him, that they ain't paying him no attention. He told them, bring them up here like he was God. Bring them to him. Bring them to him like he was God. Like they answered to him. So not only is King Nebuchadnezzar idolizing himself, but he's trying to treat other people like he created them, like he owned them. That's what he got a title. So to the king, he asked them, is this true? A true believer would have admitted the truth. As they admitted the truth. They didn't try and lie, or they don't talk, maybe I said, no, they admitted it. They admitted it. So when you represent God, you got to be bold about it. They was bold about it. He told them, I'm going to give you one more time. I said, when y'all know when your mom tell you got one more time to disrespect me in my house. He told them, y'all got one more time. This is my kingdom. I'm the king. You got one more time. So I'm going to give you one more chance to worship me, to bow down to my gold statue and idolize my gods. Idolize my gods. They told him, I would never idolize. Wait, he told them if y'all did it, he was going to throw them in a flaming furnace, in a burning furnace. And they told him that even if you did throw us in the furnace, we would never worship your gods or your gold statue, because they would never. Which means they don't care if they was down or not. They said their God would save them. And even if he did it, not too many of us still could. Even if he knew God not going to save them. They said even if he did it, that they still wouldn't serve what he was serving. That's what you call a true believer. John and other believers had joy over those walking in truth. So if I'm walking in truth, I'm going to encourage others to walk in truth. I'm not going to throw shade at the one that's not walking in truth, because my job is to draw them in. Can't judge nobody that's dealing with what they dealing with. Because God didn't judge me. So what is the truth? John 14:6 says, Jesus told him, I am the way, the truth, and the life.
No one comes to the
Lord
except through me.
So that tells you that not only did they have faith, but it takes faith to love and truth. It takes faith to follow the truth. So the truth is God. He just said it. He is the way, the truth, and the life. No one comes to the Father except through him. So they obeyed his commandment. So they lived according to God's will. As true believers, we have to seek God for everything that we do. Because when we begin to make decisions without him being in the midst, and it begin to fail, we begin to ask God, why this job failing? Why this business failing? Why this plan not going as I planned it? Because God was never in the answer from the beginning. We never consulted him from the beginning. So they obeyed his commandment. They lived according to his will. It didn't say that every child was walking in the truth. It said some. Which means that even in the midst, they still kept going. society. The true believers don't look like society. But they kept going, even though that they're different. When you're chosen, you know that you're different. Which means that some are living by his commandment. That's not new. John 13:34 says, so I am giving you a new commandment. Love each other just as I loved you. You should love each other. Jesus gave this commandment to his disciples. If you read 1 John, he mentions it repeatedly, that they were identified by love. Without real love, there could be no foundation. So if you operate out of hate or whatever it is, if you're not operating out of love, a peaceful place, not only are you disobeying God's commandment, but there's some hatred in your heart. There's some hatred. It says, 1 John 4:16, we know how much God loves us, and we have put our trust in his love. God is love, and all who live in love live in God, and God lives in them. So God, we know that God remains in us, remains in us when we love each other, and we treat each other well, when we treat each other calmly. No matter how our day went, no matter how our emotions are. This isn't any kind of love, but to obey God and his will. Based off the truth, we know that love requires action. So it's an action word. We got to put some action towards that. A biblical definition, a love that gives first and expects nothing in return. A love that grants believers a peace which only comes from Christ. So you got to operate from a Christ-like mind. A sacrificial love. Jesus showed love through his actions in his life. We know that. He died on the cross for our sins. Hebrews 10:12 says, that is why when Christ came into the world, he said to God, you don't want animal sacrifices or sin offerings, but you have given me a body to offer. Which means he was the offering. He was the living sacrifice. So Jesus basically already knew his assignment. When you know your assignment, and you know what you're here to do, you know your purpose, you know your calling, you know that you're chosen, you operate from a place of love and obey God's commandments. He knew that he would be betrayed by one of his disciples. He still was loving. He still walked in his obedience. We're already familiar with this, so we know this isn't optional. For everybody that know that there is a calling on their life, you know it's not optional. So attempting to love apart from God's truth isn't accurate according to this letter. This letter is a reminder to us as believers that love is the first commandment. This letter also warns us about deceivers. A deceiver is someone who misleads another or others by appearance or statement, someone who manipulates, someone who invents. Someone who misleads another or others by appearance or a statement, someone who manipulates, someone who invents. Matthew 7:15 says, beware of false prophets who come in disguise as harmless sheep, but are really vicious wolves. So deceivers may appear to be a true believer. But you want to know how we know the difference? Because the things they begin to say, the way that they begin to operate, they're not operating from a place of love, and they're doing shady things, and they lying all the time. They make false stories, but someone may appear to be your friend, but the moment you do something or say something they don't like, true colors begin to show. They begin to stab you in the back. Or the moment you let your guard down, they trick you. Just like when Isaac, the son of Abraham, was dying, and he told his oldest son Esau to go out and hunt for some wild game. He told him to hunt for some wild game. He told him to prepare his favorite dish, then bring it to him, and he'll eat it. Once he eat it, he'll pronounce the blessing that belonged to him as firstborn. in the presence of the Lord. So we know that God was in the midst. But we don't know why the other son, okay, let me give you a little backstory because all the time I get a little confused. Okay, we know that there was twins, Isaac and Jacob. I mean, Jacob and Esau. Isaac was their dad, son of Abraham, who was married to Rebecca. Okay, so Rebecca was pregnant with twins. And we already know that there was going to be two separate nations because God told Rebecca when she was pregnant with them in the womb. She was wondering why she was having so many complications. They probably was fighting in there, turning on. You know, siblings, they fight all the time. But when God turned separate nations, which means you got to choose. It's like you got to choose, like you in between, like, I don't know which kid to pick. Should I pick this kid or should I pick this kid, you know? And Esau, he was strong, like he was the redhead. Y'all know the redheads. Some of them redheads. But y'all know the redheads, he was Harry. He was Harry. So there's a difference between Esau and Jacob. Rebecca loved Jacob more. Isaac loved Esau more. Yeah, so favoritism. So he told him to go and hunt his game because their dad Isaac was on his dying bed. He's dying. He told his son to go get him some food, prepare it, bring it to him, and then he was going to bless him. Now, if we go back a little bit, this is in Genesis, if you would like to go read the top around probably the 20th verse, 20th chapter. Go back and find that. So, previously, before this situation, Jacob, the younger brother, was in the house cooking. He was cooking. Now, mind you, God told Rebecca that the younger brother, the older brother, was going to be the servant of the younger brother. He already told him that. Now, fast forward a little bit. So, once he he was telling him about preparing his dinner, his wife, Rebecca, was listening. She was eavesdropping. She was overhearing their conversation. And we know that Jacob was her favorite son. So she went back and told Jacob, go get 2 goats from that little thing. You know, outside back in the day, they had them little things outside. What was that? Barns. Go get 2 goats from the barn. Let's start this little plot of, we're going to make up a little your dad's favorite meal so that you can get the blessing. Now, mind you, but previously, Jacob was already making food one day. Esau come home starving. We know that Esau, he's the oldest. I mean, yeah, he's the oldest. So, Esau come home, he hungry. He like, Jacob, man, let me get some of that food. And you know, kids, they don't like to share food. I know I don't like to share food. But he told him, let me get some of that food, man. I'm hungry. I'm starving. So then, after that, he told him, give me your birthright. You want some of this food? Trade me your birthright, man. And this guy did it. How many of them gave up something that we know that's worth of value? That's ours. They gave it up because of the way something looked. Based on the emotions. And gave into something based on the way we feel in that moment. He wasn't trusting in God because I wouldn't have gave up my birthright. We're going to fight over this food or something. I ain't giving up my birthright. So he ended up giving up his birthright. Now mind you, he gave up his birthright. Now we're back to the situation. His dad, who's dying, told him he was going to bless him after he brought his food. Of course, Rebecca was listening in. She went and got Jacob, told him to go get the 2 goats. She said, I'm going to prepare this meal for your father, and you're going to bring it to him. Of course, Jacob was her favorite. So she told him that you're going to take it to him as Esau. Deceiving. Not only you encouraging your son to deceive. How many of us that encourage our kids to do something wrong? Knowing is wrong. Knowing is wrong. Convicted while you even telling them to do it. Still encourage them to do it. So as he going to do it, he worried. know it was wrong. Because Jacob was like, he not gonna know it. He don't know it's me. He don't know it's me. We look nothing alike. Nothing alike. This man is hairy and red. Jacob, not hairy, he got smooth skin. He got smooth skin. So you know what the mama did? She went and got some of the brother. She went and got some of his clothes. Put it on Jacob. She went and got some of Esau's clothes and put it on Jacob. So now he looked like Esau. He looked like Esau. Now something about this don't sound right? Because every mother know their child. I don't care how many times I try to sound like another one of my sons. My mama knew it was me. So he trying to look like he trying to deceive his own father at that. You're trying to deceive your own father. Dressed as your brother because you want his blessing. You already got his birthright. How much more you want to take from the man? He ain't got too much. So he bring the food after his mama dressed him up. She dressed him up and to deceive the dad. Now what I didn't tell y'all was his dad is blind or going blind. So he can't see. How many of us is blind in the spirit? Blind to deceivers in the world. Blind to the things that's around us. Now if I go back, it said the deceivers was everywhere around the world. So even in your own house, you can't live in comfort. Your own son trying to deceive you, your wife. What was the unity in there? The covenant was broken. Broke. There was no trust. So he bring the food to the dad, Isaac, and when he bring it to him, he get the food. And the dad, he began to eat the food. He tell the son, and as nervous as Jacob was, he probably was shaking. Because he didn't want to do it from the beginning. He give him the other food, and the dad, he began to smell him. He say, yeah. You smell like Esau, so this got to be Esau. You smell like Esau, so this got to be Esau. You smell like Esau, so you got to be Esau. So that means appearance. It appeared to be Esau. He tricked him because of his appearance. So he smelled like Esau. So the dad, yeah, this is my son. I know his smell. I can barely see him, but yeah, that's my son, Esau. So as he eat the food, he began to bless him. Just like that, the dad was deceived, and Esau was tricked out of not only one, but his second gift. Well, he gave up the first one. Nobody told him to do that. Lack of knowledge. We do things based off emotion and lack of knowledge. So just because he looked the part, don't mean he had everything in his brain going right. Just because of his appearance. So Esau come home thinking he finna get his blessing. Then went and hunted his dad some wild game, thinking he cooked up the food, he bring to the dad. The dad be like, I already blessed you. Who is you? I already blessed Esau. He began to cry out to his dad, telling his dad that he the real Esau. You know, not only did he give up his birthright to his brother, but now his brother got his blessing. And he blessed him in the presence of the Lord. So now Esau don't got nothing. Can't give up everything God gave us now. We can share, but we can't give up everything. Can't give up every dime in our check now. God said 10%. Everything you do after that is just a love. It's a love offering. Now, we know we got to give our seed to our apostle because all the stuff she pour out on our behalf, everything she do. God didn't say give your money to every person on the street you see because they deceiving too. You see them down one corner with one sign with the same baby name. Go to the other end, you see somebody else with that baby name on their poster now. Everybody in family, every week, every day of the year, everybody has got the same family members now. So now he was deceived. His son crying out, he left with nothing. Nothing. This is why we need to stay covered spiritually, mentally. We got to stay in our posture. Because if we miss our post, if we miss our assignment, if we drop our assignment, who's going to pray for the ones that don't know God, that don't know their Creator, who are lost? So, in this moment of him being tricked, he should have been using discernment. Really, Esau should have been on his post. His dad should have already blessed him, tell him to go after this. So he already know Jacob been watching his spot. We know deceivers, they watch before they attack. They watch before they attack. So we know John didn't say a few deceivers, but he said many deceivers. This is all happening all over the world. So wherever you go, you've been in the presence of a deceiver. That's why we got skills. That's why we got classes. That's why we got to stay in our word to stay covered. We got to stay in our post. We got to be active watchmen. She's going to say a sound the alarm. In Ezekiel 33:3, it says, when the watchman sees the enemy coming, he sounds the alarm to warn the people. So it's a warning. We know there's a warning. In Ezekiel 35:5 says, but if the watchman sees the enemy coming and doesn't sound the alarm to warn the people, he is responsible for their captivity. He is responsible for them falling off. If the head SOA is not in position and not warning the other intercessors, then they're going to be on this special. It says they will die in their sins, but I will hold the watchman responsible for their things. We know that false teachings are everywhere. That's why we got to stay on watch. We got to stay in the church. And then the minute the dog begin, I can miss church this day. Then next Sunday comes, well, I can miss this day. I can keep pushing this off. And I can keep pushing this off. I can keep pushing this off. You let it happen one time, it's going to keep happening. That's why you got to break it from the beginning. Renounce the day of the false when they begin to come in from the beginning. There's a plan in the end. Just the same way God sent Jesus that he was on assignment, the enemy been on assignment all whole life. But we know that throughout history. John is informing us that the ones who are deceivers are the same ones who do not confess that Jesus came on earth in a physical body, died, and was resurrected. They are denying Christ's humanity. They're speaking lies about Christ, so they're antichrist. If you're a deceived believer, then you never faithfully served the Lord. Because if you did, how were you deceived? Which means you lacking in some areas. There's some areas in your life where you're not trusting God in. Some areas in our life where we need to prioritize God and put Him in. Because He's not there. There's no way we can be deceived. If we have discernment, if God gives us knowledge, if He gives us these tools, why aren't we putting steps in place? If we've been stuck in depression for this long, or stuck in anxiety, or dealing with this and this, how are you going to come out if you don't put no plan in place, if you don't put no steps in place? How do you plan to fight for your life? How do you plan to fight for your children's life? How do you plan to come out? Or are you just going to give the enemy access, or are you just going to let him win? He included himself when he said, stay guarded as well to protect himself from deceivers. He said we, which means even if you got a title, you get attacked. Even if you got a title, the enemy attacks you. So bigger responsibility. The apostle just said the bigger they got, the more the witches came. Which means the more you grow in God, the more the warfare. The warfare says the warfare against the war. That just means you need to stay in posture. That means you need to do the next step. That means you need to see God for your tools. You can't depend on everybody. God wants you to depend on Him. So this reminder and warning doesn't touch your heart, or you choose not to take it into consideration, you have no relationship with God. No intimacy whatsoever, because if you did, you would have been deceived. Now we know that deceivers are sneaky and tricky.
Yep.
The minute you let your guard down, that's why God said to guard His word in our hearts. So If you do, then you are being obedient to God's will. And know that. If you ignore this, then you're living by your own will and your own knowledge. You say your knowledge is greater than God. But if it was greater than God, how are you deceived? Come on. Anyone who cannot hold onto a sound teaching or word of doubt, I mean, you down God's words. When you are faithful to Christ's teachings, you are trustworthy. A true believer will last in their faith. A true believer is not going to look at their situation and say, you know what? I'm lacking in my money. Let me go do this. Did you ask God to do that? Or did he tell you to trust you? Trust him in your finances. Trust him in every area of our life. He said he remained in us so that there's a seed. And then when he began to speak to us, we be disobedient, but we have to be obedient to his voice. Can't doubt him, not 1 second. Not 1 second. Because that's when we begin to mess up. When we begin to lose focus, we begin to get off our God. Right when the enemy's dropping out of everything you start, you're not finishing. There was no perseverance. Because if that was, you could have kept going. So those are the ones who never really true believers. If they reject God's truth, they get no support. So deceivers and antichrists can't be associated with us. We can't be associated with them. You friends with them, or you want to look like them, but God put us apart for a reason. He separated you for a reason. You want to know why you never fit in, never look like everybody else, never been popular? Because God separated you for a reason. I think it wasn't until probably my high school years, probably my 10th grade year, I began to realize, like, I don't even like people like that.
I know what you mean.
They lie too much. Like, you just lie, you lie too much. And it's crazy when you begin to call them out. When that anger begin to rise, you begin to know what you're dealing with. So the deceivers and antichrists can be associated with, they can be trusted. God will begin to reveal stuff to you. It's with everything, with relationships, friendships. Like, you gotta trust that first sign. I didn't say judge people, judge a book by its cover. But when God began to show you something about a person, trust God. Trust God. Trust that inner God. He's in us. So we gotta begin to trust him. You gotta trust that first time. Don't wait till that third red flag and be like, you're crazy. You're crazy. We start engaging our ears, even in the wrong conversations, and encouraging them like that, you've just not been deceived. Was your faith enough? Yeah, we got to pull in his people, but you got to have discernment enough to know when you're being fooled or not. You got to know when somebody is appearing to look like the true believer, but they're not. It sounds good, it's a little too true. Let me ask God about this situation before I just agree to it. Helping them in any way, now you're a part of their sin. Even though you was deceived, you were part of their sin now, because you were just tricked. You might as well just go ahead and cars with you, be doing them. We know that all company ain't good company. God gave this. He gave me this last night. The crazy I went on Facebook because I was like, let me stop. I need to study. You know what? Let me not be on social media like that. And I went on Facebook like late last night and I seen a post about a company. I was like, so I'm in the veins. All company ain't good company. I remember when we was younger, my mom used to always tell me and my sisters and my brothers, y'all ain't got no friends. I used to be like, I want some friends. I want to go outside and play. I want to hang out too with the crew. But when she was saying that, I used to be like, man, I never understood it until now. It was because she was protecting me from everything in this world. We may not understand things that our parents say right now, but later on in life, when you be disobedient, it's gonna take some disobedience for you to learn. Or why not just be obedient from the beginning? Why not be obedient? Because we gotta test the waters. And we want to learn for ourselves. It didn't take me to. It took only for me to see that your life can be thrown away so quickly. My mama always say, look what your brothers did, not to judge them, but that should be a learning thing for us. Right. All it takes is for me to see somebody else go through it. I don't want that trouble. I don't want that problem. Now, if I got this trouble, I got that on my own. I'm not following the next person. I don't want that trouble, God. I don't want that trouble. So, we know that company we should be keeping should look like us. Now, the people we're pulling in, of course, they're not going to look like us if they've been lost all their lives. But God said to pull them in. He didn't say to give in. Pull them in, not to give in. Either you're going to pull them up or they're going to pull you down. Our job is to help them come into agreement with His will. We have to spread the gospel, even if people are living the way that they desire to live. Not judge them. But even if they live in their sin, we got to pull them out. We got to push them. Maybe they've never been pushed before. Maybe they've never been encouraged before. Maybe they've been disappointed all their life. What are you going to do differently than the people that's been in their life? Or that's not been, because some people don't have nobody at all. We got to be grateful in this season. Grateful for the places He has brought us out of. Grateful for the things He's still doing that He's already done, because I believe He already done it. We can't be encouraging the wrong things. If we do, then we're against God's teaching. We can't afford to slip up and give it to the plot of a deceiver. Too many people killing themselves. It's all over social media. We'll be giving it to the enemy plans, his plots, and giving them easy access. John wrote this letter to the chosen church. Chosen, you're chosen. You can't walk away from being chosen. Everybody don't have nobody to lead them out. Everybody don't have nobody to help them out of what they're going to do. And when you're chosen, you know that there was a purpose. There was a purpose behind being chosen. So I'm not just going to come. I remember when I first came to this church. Before I came to this church. Before I got here. My mama had told us, she was like, we're going to join this church. I was just like, doing this church? I ain't joining no church. I don't even know how long. We probably haven't been in church since like my aunt died or whatever. So I'm like, yeah, I ain't joining no church. She was like, we're finna go to Bible study. We go to one Bible study, and I seen the apostle preaching. I'm just like, dang, I've been apostolic all my life, but I ain't never seen nobody preach like this. Go back a few more times. And I remember my mom, she was like, y'all, what y'all want to join? Y'all want to join praise dancing again? Do y'all want to sing or what? And I was like, I guess I'll sing in the choir, but I ain't doing anything else. We gotta watch what we say, because God will turn it around real quick. He will turn around real quick. And then when I came in, I was like, man, I think I do want to join this. It looked good. It sounded good. Let's join this. This ain't good over here. And I'm not judging nobody else's church, but when I look back at my own church, it was kids there, but there was no youth. There was no young adult ministry. There was nobody encouraging the kids to keep going, to keep pushing, or even acknowledging the children, from what I remember. Because I don't really remember too much of them pushing the kids to do more. Pushing in that creativity, because a lot of kids' creativity be getting pushed aside, be getting downsized. Don't even get recognized at all. And that's when they begin to lose hope, just as little kids. They begin to be deceived as little kids because of their perspective. They're looking at it like, well, I got to grow up. Can't do this. I can't have fun. I can't use my gifts. I can't sing. I can't draw. I can't rap. I can't praise dance. I can't do none of this because I don't have the option. That's so good. It said he loved his church. John's desire was for believers to love each other, not be envied of each other or jealous, not stab each other in the back, He sent encouragement by commending them for believing and holding on to the truth. Commended them for having faith in God, for trusting in God. So not only did he encourage them, he reminded them to love one another. As we begin to grow, sometimes we begin to forget of the things that we should be holding on to. You know, but God will remind us real quick. You getting a little too heavy, so let me remind you of where I brought you from. Not only did he remind, but he warned them. He said, sound the alarm. Ezekiel 33. Sound the alarm to the watchmen. So we sound the alarm. Not only is he warning us in this letter, he's encouraging us, he's reminding us, he's trying to help us from being deceived. He's trying to help us to continue to love each other, no matter what it looks like, to keep going, to keep pressing. Yeah, you in a world full of deceivers. Satan got the minds of a lot of these kids, and when you go on TikTok, I went on there like a while back, maybe 2 months ago, and it was like late night. And you know what they was on there doing? What them people call, what the call? Yeah, I seen that. I was like, they even trying to get the minds of the kids. They gonna use any and everything. Social media is crazy. They taking over TikTok now. And nothing to say. That witchcraft. We were just watching a movie, and I was like, man, I ain't seen none of this when I was a kid. But this was I used to love Princess and Paul. I ain't seen none of this when I was a kid. Full of witchcraft. Even the Lion King, full of witchcraft. I didn't even notice it until now. It's crazy what you begin to discern once you have the knowledge of it. You're supposed to use it to it. Not just let it the crack old. They good, they can watch that. But look at your life and see everything you had to go through because you didn't use the tools that you had. You didn't use what God was giving you. Look at the mistakes you made. Got to encourage the younger ones to do better. And it's not just about trying to walk in the truth or live away from wickedness, but making an attempt, an attempt to do so. But to put forth an action, avoiding supporting deceivers, those who deny aspects of Christian faith and deceive people from the truth. We got to walk in the truth, walk in love, not walk in wickedness, not be sucked into wickedness. We know the deceivers are everywhere. But to put forth action, don't confuse politeness with promoting those who preach dangerous and phony messages. John is literally preparing them to prevent something. He's preparing them to prevent something in the midst of everything that's going on. God will prepare us in the midst. Prepare us to prevent in the midst. The enemy going for everybody, using the same tricks though. I've been getting invites for the last 2 weeks. Invites. They get invites from different people. And you know what? As I've been getting invites, I've been declining while inviting. It was this girl, she was like, what you doing for your birthday, you know? What you doing for your birthday? You going out? And I was like, nah, I'm going to church to teach. And she was like, you know what? I've been getting closer with God. She was like, I've been getting closer with God. She was like, but I don't really be having time for God because I'm only. She was like, I was like, you want to come to this event? I'm going to teach. And she was like, well, I work on Sunday mornings, but I'm off on Tuesdays. I might have to come to a Bible study or something. I was like, oh well, Bible study on Wednesday. And she was like, y'all got anything on Saturday? And I'm beginning to think like, it's getting excuses. It's giving you lying. I was just like, nah. I was like, you know what? I was like, you want to come to something? We got a pre-event coming up. I sent her the flyer. She was like, I might come to this and bring some friends too. I was like, all right. So we know that we are identified by love. The enemy really don't care who he uses. He don't care who he gets to trick you. Because he see when friends didn't begin to work, he can't even use your family. When you begin to separate yourself from everything that's been holding you bound, and you really begin to look at your surroundings and say, well, you know what? Maybe this why I'm stuck in circles, because I'm not separating myself. As I began to think about this, I began to think about like lashes. Because I was wondering if I should wear lashes when I teach or whatever. knowing that my eyes is watery. They're like bad allergies in my eyes when some hit it. So as I began to think, you know what? God began to give me the revelation. You know how like it's always the left eye, never the right one. So I began to always take it off, and when you take it off, you got to use water and oil, you know, to wash it off all the residue. That's what I use, hot water. And so God began to give me the revelation that this is like, it's kind of like, let's say, have like your childhood, and then like the things your parents allow you to do, and then the things that you did on your own. So the lash represents everything you deal with, like the lash represents like the unforgiveness. It represents the pain and the healing and stuff. And then the glue that's like stuck to your eye, it represents bondage, trauma, anxiety. It represents everything that's glued to you. It represents everything. So when you begin to take that one lash off, you begin to pull back the covers of everything that's been swept on the rug for years and years and years and years. You gotta dig up the glue. They don't use no white glue at them nail salons now. You gotta dig it up. The same way we gotta dig up all mess and all filth. We gotta dig it up. We gotta dig it out. I remember when I was taking transform, she was like, I need to get to the root of this situation. I need to get to the root. But to get to the root, you gotta pull back the covers. You gotta take off the lash. You gotta take it off. You gotta get to the root of the deal, put a whole bunch of build up on top of it. And then this lash over here it don't represent what you went through as a child. This lash right here, the lash represents your own will. It represents arrogance. It represents pride. It's a cover-up. It represents all that. And then the glue under there represents self-sabotage, self-will. It represents everything that you gave into. But you got to dig it up. Pull that lash off and dig it up. So I want to see vulnerability under the vulnerability that he's trying to get to his seed. It's the eye. He's trying to get to the eye. But he can't get to it because we won't let him in. We got to let him in. Let him in. Over the last 6 months, I've been letting him in. He wanted me to prioritize him. Because he knew I couldn't do it. He knew I wanted to come out of everything I was dealing with. Confusion. Everything I was dealing with, I wanted to come out of it. But I didn't allow him to come in. I kept saying, God, help me. Why do I feel this way? Why do I have these fleshly desires to be in a homosexual relationship? But God wants us to remove and let him in. Self-will. We got to let go. Open up. That's the only way you can let someone in. That's the only, he can't do nothing with all that build-up. What can he do? What can he do with build-up? What can he do with unforgiveness? What can he do with baggage? What can he deal with mama, daddy, mother? What can he do with depression? He can't deal with all that. We got to let him in. Get out the way. And for some people, get out the way of your children. Stop being that crutch. Stop being that stone. Say, one they got to fight for it. We got to fight for it. It's too many people dying. Too many. I began to see like this, the last thing I'm going to give y'all, when I was preparing this message, and God began to tell me, like, there's too many people dying for us to receive this warning and this reminder and this encouragement. It's like, I began to see children, like naked children, and all they had on was like diapers. And I really didn't understand what it meant. But I think he's really trying to strip us of everything to raise us up.
Come on now, come on now.
Under all the clothes, all the filth, everything we're doing, he's taking it off. I want you bare. He wants us bare. He wants us better. The name of my message was Living in Truth and Love. For God. Yes. That's all I got for y'all.
Come on. Let's just stay on that hand clap. Come on. Yeah. Amen. Come on. Listen, God is good. Listen. Stayana has come a long, long way. God has come a long way. Overseeing when you're trying to lead people and you're wondering if what you're giving them is working.
That part.
And it hurts your heart.
I know what you're talking about.
It hurts your heart. When you're hoping that you're pouring into them. And they regurgitate everything you give them. It does, it hurts. And when you take this thing personal, and you're not in it for money, you're not in it for a title, you're not in it for recognition. It's rewarding, you know, because you're wondering if you're building, if you're really building, because any leader wants to see the fruits of what they're building. Sometimes it feels like it's sucking the life out of you. And people don't understand when, as leaders, we're praying and laying out, praying for the people who's under us. They will get it one day. And you always tell them, we're not going to always be here. There's going to come a time where everything that's in you, God will test you in it. I don't take credit for all what Stayana has come up here to do because she put in the work herself. All I did was undergird.
That's right.
I just undergird, stayed consistent. And I couldn't give up because if I would have gave up, she probably wouldn't have stood here. Because as a leader, they watching you. They're watching you. If you give up, they're going to give up. So I thank God for everything that God has put in her because she came a long ways. And she could have gave up along the way. But she stuck it out. And I believe that she's going to be an answer to many people in the nation. Not only to her family, but to those that are going to come behind her. So I thank God for that on today. Thank God for this opportunity. It was a blessed word on today. It was a blessed word. Come on, it was a blessed word on today. To God be the glory. I get emotional because we've come a long ways. Me and Stayana has come a long ways. She's always been a sweet child and very respectful. But she was resistant, but I knew there was greater that was on the inside of her. So God's going to continue to do the work. We want to continue to keep her lifted up in prayer and her family and everyone that's connected here to Rebirth. This is the opportunity where you
say, wow, glory. When it's offering time, it's offering time. When it's offering time, it's offering time. Shout, wow, glory. When it's offering time, it's offering time. When it's offering time. Listen, everybody, and while you're on your seats, put your hands together and bless the Lord with me. God has been good to you, and you know that's a fact. Now that it's offering time, let's give God something back. Everybody say, wow, glory, it's offering time, it's offering time, it's offering time, it's offering time, wow, Somebody in here, you wanna do your best. Get your pen out your pocket and your checkbook in your hand. So go on and write that check just as big as you can. Everybody say wow, glory, it's offering time. It's offering time. It's offering time. It's offering time. Say wow, glory, it's offering time. It's offering time. It's offering time. Hey everybody, listen up, y'all. Come on and stand up on your feet. Put your hands together and bless the Lord with me. Now put your hand in your pocket. Bring out some cash. Put it on the table and smile as you pass. Say, wow, glory. It's offering time. It's offering time. Well, it's offering time. It's offering time. Say, wow, glory. It's offering time. It's offering time. Well, it's offering time. Shout wow, glory. It's offering time. It's offering time. It's offering time. It's offering time. Shout wow, glory. It's offering time. It's offering time. It's offering time. Come on, y'all, let's break it down. Break it down. Come on.
Wow, what an amazing worship experience we just had at Rebirth Apostolic Ministries today. Listen, if this feels like home for you, reach out to our main office. The number is 832-510-6699. I repeat, 832-510-6699. Let's solidify this thing and start kingdom building, because the body of Christ needs us to press them forward. God bless you.